Good evening, everyone. We hope you had a wonderful dinner. And here we are right now at the semifinals showcase. Apologies for the delay and stuff. We just had some things to prepare, but here we are. We are now here, ready to showcase the maps that we are going to play. So, here I am, Silo Vascaels, also known as Emily. And I have here Arcat, and I think they just joined in the call, Len Pai. Say hello, you.
Hel- Hello, everyone.
Hey,
So, for this showcase, we noticed that for the previous two rounds, we started with 7K, right?
Yes.
Am I right? Okay, 7K.
Well, the last showcase started with 4K. So, yeah,
Okay, so do we
a
start
mega
with,
roll.
so we're gonna be starting 4K here again, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Who's gonna start? Do you want to start this, cat?
Um, yeah, sure.
I mean,
I'm more familiar with the first map anyways, so
all
yeah,
right then. You take it ahead.
yeah. Okay, so for the first map, well, should we actually like introduce some of the highlights last week? Well,
Well, well, I believe we can go with the highlights after the like
yeah,
maybe in the break sections between 4K and 7K.
okay. So, yeah. So for our first map in 4K, by the way, we have Eclipse's Silver Gray. That's the title of the. I think it's Silver Gray or something else. It's silver. So some information about this map is that this is from 4-digit MWC3 in finals round, which is the Rise oriented hybrid map. Um, I honestly think that this is very suitable for semifinals round since the physicality of this map is very, very uh, like um, from the previous round. It's a step up. So this hybrid map is a burst heavy, uh, like how do I describe it? It's burst heavy on the first part, and on the second part, it's heavy inverse. So not only you're getting a pure rise section, but also you're getting a long note section. So nonetheless, both Rice and Ellen is challenged between the players since we have the two main sections inside the map. Well, currently we're seeing like the break section right here, and to describe this more figuratively, this would be a really cruel way to lose if you can really catch up for more physical stuff such as this. Since this hybrid pick is also like very technical and yeah, very mini jack heavy, and yeah. So beginning of this part, you'll see just a little bit of Ellens and Rice, and it's going to turn into a inverse section right now, which is considering that the physicality of the current player roster. I would definitely like, how do I say this? I would definitely like assume that players would have some players would have like FCs on this, or maybe chokes, one miss chokes, but this is definitely one of the harder hybrid pick.
Is this really semifinals for GMWC?
This
looks
is
so much
this is
harder.
finals. This is
Oh,
finals.
finals.
Yeah. This was picked like as a wild card on. Oh my god, that miss, by the way.
Yeah, that's so sad, but oh my
Yep.
god, stuff like that happens. So I think I can do the next one.
Yeah, sure.
So for the next one, we have next map, please. Bakamitai. Dame dane,
Oh my fucking
dame
god.
no, dame nano yo. And here we
Jesus.
go. Speed is truly based on raw skill, and thus, this pick in semifinals is the perfect fit for raw skill players. So yeah, at the start, you can already see speed. Like, why? This is better yet one of the slow BPM speed picks. Kind of ironic considering this is speed, clocking at 148 BPM, but the patterning makes this pick a very difficult one. The map consists of 1/8 and 1/12 lyrical vocal dump streams, an anchored chord spam section, index trills, and grace notes. Fully sight reading this would literally make you say, "Dame dane." That won't do it,
Oh my god.
but This is one of the risky picks for those who can't catch up with consistent speed players in the remaining player roster, and is the fastest way to lose a point. Literally because it's speed.
True. Well, I mean, this is very ironic because this is only on 140 BPM compared to Haunted, which is 164. Um, I wouldn't say that this is easier than Haunted, since this has like doubles. It has like Yamada streams, patterns. Yeah.
Not not really. Reminds me of something like The Great Escape from like last year's
Oh yeah.
MWC.
Yeah.
That's
True.
this is like that's basically what it reminds me of. Though, excuse me for that.
Yeah.
This is like what makes the mental stamina to fold combo, and this is definitely something different compared to something like Haunted, like you mentioned. Haunted is more on holding consistency for a very short map, but this is holding consistency on a long map. Those two are very different things, though.
Yeah. Haunted is like only single streams, anyways.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
It's more of index.
oh yeah, that's true. Well, the next one, I think Kat can take that.
True. So a lot of you might have played this before, and I wouldn't deny that this is a very like famous Jack pick.
Wait, before you start, I you might ask why it's 1.035. It's kind of an odd rate, but I we tested this and this is literally the perfect rate.
True.
1.1 was too hard. 1.05 was kind of off. 1.035 was perfect.
And 1.05 was it 1.05 or 1.025?
1.025.
Yeah, 1.025 was like really slow. So
Yeah. Well,
the up
go ahead, Kat. Introduce the map.
Yeah, sure. So this is a custom Jack edit by yours truly, Arcat, just uploaded by Emily. Compared to the previous Jack pick, which is Lost Memory, this doesn't have chords and quads. This only has jump jacks. And by the way, this is stamina related. By the way, players in the earlier rounds are focusing on like hand coordination, like just what most core jack players do. But this challenges like the consistency and finger control of the players. This is one of the hardest maps in the pool concerning the physicality of the player base, and this is, to be exact, 149.92 BPM. So it doesn't do that much, that information, but yeah, compared to Lost Memory, which is 130, this is a huge like staircase step up, or what do you call that, adjective or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the main difference is, at least for the previous jack picks, you can still focus somewhat on the accuracy side, but this you'll have to hold your combo if you want to score very high. And also, nice dog. Let's just say Arc dog.
Nice dog, by the way.
Arc dog.
True. And yet, this is not your typical jack pick, considering that this is like technical jump jacks. It's anchored like triples and doubles. So yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see chokes, by the way.
yes.
Like, I'm gonna expect high act, but the chokes is gonna determine it.
This is probably like you can compare this with Dark Sambalan 0.9 or something.
Actually, this reminds me of the Dark Sambalan by Mifa. One
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that reminds me of Dark Sambalan. But anyway, we're gonna be going to the first Ellen pick, and I'm telling you, this is a huge step up from the previous Mappool.
It is.
But we'll be starting with the release first, because we love ourselves. And we have Del Rio for the Rivers by Ravel. This
And
was featured in Speed of Light 2, one of the most stacked tournaments of all time. Me and Swarmzy played in that tournament there. And at the start, you have some cookie cutter lands. It's not really that hard. But after the intro, you will be getting to the harder sections already.
I'm already
We go.
disgusted by the Ellen release.
Yes, we will discuss the Ellen release part, and here we go. As you can see, it's mixed LNs. We see staccato LNs, long LNs, and the release timing in general is awkward. You do not see consistent ones. You have to release at different times for almost every column. What makes this challenging is the fact that even if the BPM is consistent, like remember, Kat, the previous one had polyrhythms and stuff.
Yeah.
For this one, imagine all the difficult things in that map. That's locked to 92, right?
Yes.
Imagine all the difficult parts in that chart, but faster. And look at those. Look at that trill.
Yeah, those trills on like the 3 columns. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's that's really what makes it difficult. And not only that, but you would have to hold combo in this map. So there you see some streams there. Wow, it's very technical, and holding the combo again, like I mentioned a while ago, that's going to be the main challenge here. But you would have to sacrifice some accuracy, and if you maintain a perfect balance for both, then that's going to be really good.
This reminds me of Dance to Timing Hell by Juan Crystal, but without the jack parts. And it's disgustingly impossible to act. Even having a 98 would be really, really good.
There's actually
But
a jack section here.
there is? Oh my
Just wait.
holy shit.
Okay, you see, here we go. The second half of the chart is actually so much harder. Here. Okay, so again, you see the same old staccato lens, and then you'll see another one of those trills, and there we go.
Oh my god.
Then, here we go. It's just the same. Again, the same as the chorus on the previous one, and here we go. Yeah,
This reminds me of grand finals.
All that section. This is the harder section, Kat. Watch.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is streams.
This reminds me of like Dancing Snow Fairies.
Oh, it does.
For the, yeah.
That's true. That stream
Oh
section
my god.
expects a lot of jokes there.
That's so rude. I mean, no, not rude.
Oh
Cool.
my god. Yeah, here we go. The last stretch of the chart. It's the same old as the previous. It's like the chorus, but seriously, this is such a.
I still couldn't believe that.
Would you agree, Kat?
Yeah, I still couldn't believe that this is an Ellen release pick. It's for me as like a 4-digit. Like this is like what you call that, Ellen density for me.
It does look like Ellen density, but considering the other pick, this is a release chart.
Well, yeah, true. I played it and I hated it. Oh, God. Well, yeah. So that's for our Ellen 2 pick, Ellen release pick for semifinals. Let's proceed to the next one. Are we speed running this Mappool showcase, by the way?
I mean, we kind of can, but
True.
anyways, we have Pandemonium by Mem. Of course, Kat, take it away.
Okay. So, Pandemonium by Guden is from Flat. It was on Flat Finals and Grand Finals, I think. And, oh. Ken, I think your mic is alive. Lol. Well, anyways, Pandemonium is actually like, what could we offer with an Ellen hybrid map? Of course, your technical mini jacks and Ellen column traps, and this map has like the epitome of inability to focus, since you should hit like a 1/8 Ellen burst in a consistent manner, and although the previous hybrid Ellen map was like filled with mini jacks, this has little to none, but The patterning is mostly on flams, graces, and bursts, and also the BPM is higher. This is on 210 BPM, and I must say that note lock, even only on, even if it's only like possible on OSU standard, I would describe this as a note lockable map. You know, given that the this is a very short pick for a semifinal. This is like one of the this is the lowest time on the pool, like 1 minute and 30 only. A miss would actually like affect your accuracy and score, overall score by a lot, like 10,000 per miss. So yeah,
I can already see in the chat that, like, ever since Del Rio, everyone was like, "What is this map?" Oh my
when
god! Like, this is a real step up. All the maps here are huge step ups. Would you agree, Kat?
true. Well, we should like improve the Mappool over time. But yeah,
Oh yeah. By the way, Kat, I think you should be taking over the next one as well.
true. So SV time, poggers.
Is it? Is it SV?
No, it's not SV time. I just trolled everyone.
Oh my god! What the hell? You even why?
Yeah. So I wonder if some players are already familiar with this because this is from FFR, and this is FFR, like, how do you say this? Like converted FFR file to Stepmania, then converted into OSU. So yeah, I like XD is a index mapper. It's he's a rice mapper. I think no, they're a rice mapper, and they usually map jump streams, technical stuff, and they also ranked like some very technical stuff. So this is our, by the way, this is our wild card pick, and this is a huge step up from iterated because iterated is just like jump stream, like Trilly jump stream. Um, iterated is more focused on hand control, while darkness lobotomy is how, you know, focuses on how well players can keep up with the transitions and the BPM change, because the BPM on this is starting on 51 and it goes to like 410, 420. But yeah, it's 51 and 410. And to be consistent with this, you have to almost like nail 20 sections of different patterns. So the different patterns on this is 1-6 jump streams, anchor jacks, like right now trilly jump streams, split trills, polyrhythmic technical bursts earlier, 1-4 broken streams, jump jacks, what else? Like breaks, I guess, like what you can see right here now. So this is probably one of the hardest maps on semifinals to be really consistent with, since as I've said earlier, this has 20 different sections of rice patterns. So yeah, thoughts, Emily?
Okay, so what makes us different from iterated overall as a pick is one, the length of this chart.
Yeah,
That that's already a big indicator on what we're like expected to arrive. Number two, the versatility of the patterns here. I think
yeah,
I think they're definitely so much more challenging. And something that the players should take note is you have to really try to maintain a balance of combo and accuracy, like I keep on mentioning, or else one or the other is just not gonna put you in a good position. Based on
well,
experience,
yeah,
based on experience from, like, let's say Mania World Cup, you may have the best accuracy that you can possibly have, but if your combo isn't up there, that's not gonna do much.
Sure. Well, that is this map. If you cannot really stay consistent, even if you have like accuracy, special mention like the top player Andre MC, even though that he has a very good rice accuracy, um, this is probably one of the maps that can can stumble like accuracy players if you really don't focus on the match, especially this burst. This is like that ranked map, like welcome vivid, that
Oh,
part.
oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
But anyway, this time I'm the one who's gonna talk about it, I believe.
poggers, yes, it
And
is an Ellen map.
this is if this might be the highest star rating map in the pool for LN at least.
True.
Combining LN and hybrids, this is the highest star rating of the entire pool. Yeah, in the entire pool. But doesn't make it the easiest. It doesn't make it the hardest. In fact, out of the LNs, I'd say this is the easiest.
This is the easiest, by the way.
Yeah, that's the easiest LN pick. Some of you may know this as the OD5 chart by here. However, we asked the creator of this to make an OD8 version, so accuracy is gonna be a very difficult challenge here. So it starts off with some dense parts, some full inverse parts, compared to Phoenix, which is like more on the mental stamina. This one is more on density and speed. But the mental stamina is also a huge factor here. Cause like it's not like it's over and over and over again like Phoenix. But for this one, it's very it's faster, it's denser, and overall just it's just a pain to hack.
I agree with that. Compared to Phoenix, this is more of a speed-oriented and release-oriented density pick. Since Phoenix only has some 1/4 and 1/6 LNs, and the the snapping on that is really consistent. Well, not on this one, because as you can see right now, there's some like tricky LN release, and it goes back to the inverses, and yeah,
Indeed. Like you can see right now, you can see some Ellen jacks, some Ellen jump streamish patterns. It's very light jump stream. It's not too hard, but what will make this challenging of a pick is definitely holding combo.
I agree. Especially it's SV2.
SV2?
I mean, no, it's V2. It's core V2.
Oh my
Not-
god! Like wait,
not the
what?
pick. Not the pick. Not the pick. Bruh.
Okay, I don't even want to go to the SP. I don't even want to talk about how hard they might be.
True. Well. Mm.
I think coincidentally the next pick is SV, but whatever. No, we will not say what it is yet. But anyway, we will focus first on this chart. So you had a small break section there, and back to the dense parts. Again, this is the easiest element pick in the pool. It may be the highest SR or star rating of all the picks, but this is the easiest element pick in the pool. And while that might be the case, it's like what was that again? What was the Sherry Ruth?
Yeah, it's Sherry.
It's something like Sherry Ruth, but faster, more LNE, and higher OD. OD8 is the gold standard for LN maps, and if you're able to hold such high accuracy and high combo, then that's a safe point.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is like. Do you know why this is like 5.88 SR?
Oh yeah, is it the LN jump drills or something?
Yeah, because Osu like dictates weird Ellen snappings as a SR jump. So although this plays like a regular 5 star, this this is, I would say, more advanced than Phoenix because of the snapping is on like 7/8, and the snapping is on what you call that, 3/16.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like you also saw some split drill LNs, which is something
Yeah.
you don't really see that much on Phoenix. But anyway, the next pick is something Arcat would like love to talk about. So
Oh no. I'm
okay,
gonna get
never mind.
I'm gonna get cancelled to this.
Okay, so like before we start the replay, before
When
we
you
start the
see it,
replay, I Arcat was like, Arca was like, "Can I please try 1.0727 rate?" And I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work." And then I tried it, and I was like, "Wow, I was wrong.
it actually worked,
It worked."
and
So here you go.
it's
Here's the
so
when you
funny
see
that
it
it
chart.
worked. True. Oh my god. So basically, the four-digit MWC is like happy right now. And hello, shout outs to the four-digit MWC people. Anyways, so this is Euphoria, which we consider as Euphoria Jax. This is not Euphoria Stamina, by the way. um, anyways, this is our stamina pick, trolled, and you'll expect like the classic stamina patterns, like jump stream, hand streams. But this stamina pick has a very specific and unique section, which is the jump jacks. I call this Euphoria jacks, just because the more stamina draining section is not on the streams. It's on the jacks because the jack part is like 1 minute and 30 non-stop. So yeah, additional information about this map is that the original div is 5 minutes and 30. This is 5 minutes flat. And this is a huge step up from the previous stamina map, which is 4 minutes and 20 or 4 minutes and 30. So mental stamina is also a very crucial part of this pick. And I would say that this is your longest way to choke your chance to be able to get the podium in the finals week 1. So yeah. Thoughts, Emily? Because we haven't seen the jackpot yet.
Okay, like some players might find the jackpot in Floria for 4-digit MWC rate, the 1.0 rate. Some people might find that pick part actually easier, but for this time around, it's not. Judging from my experience, because it's faster, it's more stamina draining because of the speed, and
True.
additionally, this is like, wait, what BPM is this?
203.1. No, 203.3. No. Wait.
204. Let's just say that. Go for
Yeah,
it.
204. 204 BPM. But the exact BPM is 203.813.
You're right, but here we go. Someone in the chat said Emily's scroll speed go brr. Yeah, my scroll speed is 32.
Oh my god.
So yeah, here we go. So here's the jump part. I think the jump jack part. I think that's where I missed. Hold up. Okay, wait.
I think this is the jack part.
Yeah. Oh my god. But it is a jack part. This is where I
Yeah.
missed it. Wait.
This is Euphoria
There we go.
Jacks, by the way.
Oh, that's where I missed. Okay.
Bruh. So it goes back to the streams on after the jack part, and it actually just ends with like streams and technical streams with 1/8 and 1/6. But yeah, there's nothing too unique about this
I mean
except for the jack part.
yeah. I mean the ending is so much harder though. Like okay, yeah. You see
Yeah.
much more complex patterns. This is exactly why I thought it worked so well. See, like it's just super challenging.
True. And the one hand trill, by the way. Fogger.
Yeah, one-on trills are very painful to play, especially on a fast rate.
Imagine playing trills. Couldn't be me. Haha.
It's okay. Trills suck anyway. But yeah, anyways, here we go. That is really painful. This is where we expect chokes to happen. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want my opportunity to commentator first.
Oh my god.
Yeah, here we go. Like, there's just so many one-hand trills. Like, what can I even say? Even split trills at time. I don't even know. I'm expecting the players in the roster to like hold their combo very well. It's just this is a challenging. It's definitely
True. I think our previous stamina map was like 200, 200 BPM flat. So, although
Wait
this
a
is,
minute. Let me verify. That's 210, Cat.
oh,
210.
it's 210. So, even though that this is like 7 BPM less, this is more draining than the previous one, considering that the technicality of this and the transitions is like so much. It's so much to handle.
Anyways, here we go. Here's the high pick for Cat. Give it up
Okay,
for.
let's go. Okay, so this is Don't Stop, and I think no one in the entire player base knows this. Unless you have watched it on
Wait,
SBSE.
excuse me. Yeah, this was in SVSE.
Okay, so this was on SBSE, but on the later stage it was on semifinals, I think. If I remember clearly, just oh no, it's on quarterfinals. But anyways, this is our first not reading pick, not gimmick, and not memory. This is our SV hybrid pick, but more on reading base. So this is like the pick is like various along the pattern along the pattern side and the SV event side, and it only focused on one thing, which is fake outs. As you're seeing right now, this is a sine wave fake out, as they say. It starts with like slow, then it goes fast, and you will eventually get reading parts with normal flash stutters with 1/4 and 1/3. You would get slow jams, as you're seeing right now. You would get flash teleports. This is like a stutter. The flash teleports would be on the later ones, and this is a good transition from Zap, like the previous SB reading pick, because this is a more detrimental task to fully memorize. And by the way, this is 3 minutes, so it's either you ban this or forget it and just lose, I guess.
Zap, di ba yun yung owner ng Usup?
No, wrong Zap.
Okay.
True. So this is the teleport stops part, and after this, you would see the flash teleport. You would not read that, by the way, because it's so fast. Also, banger song, by the way. Thanks for rule blazing for permitting us to. This is the part where yep, that one.
Why is there LNSV? What the heck?
I told you this is SV reading. I mean SV hybrid, bruh.
Oh my god, it is SV hybrid, so yeah.
LNSV is a different skill, by the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a skill.
Yep.
Like everyone, please take note. It's a skill. It's already been. It's already been constitutionalized. It's already there's a consensus on it that it's a skill.
The ending, by the way, is a teleport, so don't forget about that.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
right.
let's
And I
proceed.
believe the next pick is the last Ellen pick.
I think, yeah. Yep.
And many people know this as the 10th Dan Ellen chart, but here we go. Dopamine Anxiety by Juan Crystal. Oh my goodness. Like, this is the second chart in 10th Dan, as I mentioned. This is like usually this is usually where players can carry their act. But for tournaments, it's not definitely gonna carry you as this is the mixed pick. Like,
True.
why is this a mixed pick? Because you have density there. Like, as you can see at the start, it's literally so dense. Well, you have to maintain such high accuracy for you to get a good score in this. Compared to something like Del Rio a while ago, the patterns are not as fast. It's not as robust. However, it's more technical, and you have a variety of LNs here. It's definitely it's definitely more variable here, more variety, but I guess the saving grace here is like, oh my god, what is that? Single, triple Jack LN.
Yeah, that's what is disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, this is like, if this is semifinals, I can't wait. I can't wait to show the finals. Like what pool?
True.
So yeah, here we go. We're at the halfway section. That's like the common theme here is you have staccato LNs mixed with the longer LNs, and it's just it is not straightforward at all.
I'm seeing a very weird pattern in here, which is anchored staccatos on a long note.
Oh yeah, that's a pattern in this chart, which you better watch out. You better
Yeah.
not try as well. And
No,
you
it's not
better
Christmas yet. Start on September, I guess. Lol.
I mean,
Yep. Bad joke. Back. Go back. Go back. Bad joke.
yeah, you better watch out. Definitely have to watch.
You better not cry? Question mark?
You better
Bruh?
not pout. I'm telling you why. Because Santa Claus is coming to town. That's why.
True. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. We're speed running this. Okay, so is anyone familiar with this?
I recall this being used in Speed of Light 2, but 1.1.
Yes. So this is on Speed of Light 2 on 1.1, but this is the normal rate as usual.
Yeah,
One
1.1 was grand finals. That's like, imagine this on 1.1, and that's the most stacked tournament of all time.
true.
That's it.
Well, you know, this is our pure jump stream pick for semifinals. Initially, this was on finals week one, but we found a more difficult one, so we just yeeted that on semifinals, and no, it's all good. So, what is a pure jump stream, as you may ask? So, instead of having like anti-front gears patterns, which is like the hand streams, like chords and triples and whatnot with streams, this has none of that. This only has doubles on the stream part. So, which is very interesting that considering that anti-front gears is like more of a consistency pick. This is a consistency pick, I guess, but um, on-handed into speed because this is 250 BPM dense jump streams with only 3 breaks. 3 compared to anti-front gears with 6. So each section of the jump streams on this lasts for 35 for like 45 or 50 seconds, and it's a little bit strainy for the players, but I think that they would absolutely crush this unless they just choke. Otherwise, they would definitely FC this. So yeah, thoughts?
Wait a second. So yeah, sorry, someone just came in my room. But anyways, yeah, this is a jump stream pick. Definitely faster than what's that again? What was the jump stream pick of?
Anti gears is 200 BPM flat. This is 250 with technical jump streams.
Yeah, that's wow. What a step up.
True. Imagine if we downgrade on finals week one. Omega low, that would be funny.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, MWC is really expected to be so much harder this year. So this is the pool that they're getting, I guess.
True. All
But
the jump
anyway.
stream, all the jump stream players are so happy right now. Anyways, let's proceed to the next one.
Oh my goodness. The next one is the tech pick.
True.
Originally, we chose a 1.2, but then one of our testers said that's way too hard. So we chose with 1.1. We went with 1.1. We have Specialist by Billy, not by Hannah. Hannah.
Hannah,
Hannah. Not Hannah Ray, but Hannah.
what the hell?
Considering that the previous technical map consists of mini jacks and bursts, why not continue the ride? Specialist by Hana is very similar to how Cicadidae plays but faster. Cicadidae is on 120 BPM with 1/8 and 112 burst, while Specialist is a 190 BPM technical map with 7/8 burst on 1/8 snaps, mini jacks, and anchored flams. Although this is 190 BPM, it shouldn't bother players from varying their finger speed since the whole map is made only on 1/8 and never changes snaps. Unlike Cicadidae, this is more of a technical reading pick, or we can also say that this is a technical consistency pick. Definitely both.
True. Well, Cicadidae has like weird, like staccatos and flams graces with like 112s and 124ths. This has none of that. It's only 1/8, so cool.
Indeed, like wow, look at the rolls and the mini jacks mixed together. That's not fun. But
True.
like this is reminiscent of something like wait, I'm trying to remember what
I would
happened.
say that this is very similar with Sight to Sight.
I guess we can call it like that. It's also
Yeah.
similar to something. It's definitely not like J-Core Slicer. J-Core Slicer is shorter,
True.
and I don't think the patterns are as abrasive as this one.
I would say that this is a nerf version of that shoegazer map. The Facebreaker?
Facebreaker was Jump Stream.
Oh, wait, no. What's the other one? I think I forgot. It's like Damnation or something.
I kind of forgot as well, but yeah.
True.
But
Well,
anyways, like wow, the patterns don't get too much harder by the end, but your stamina can they keep up?
by the way, this is non-stop technical, by the way. So, you only get one break. That's it. Haha.
Indeed.
So yeah, it ends with a very weird grace note. But yeah, I would assume that the players would definitely ban this or pick this as their free point.
I mean, definitely the more physical players will like they definitely would want to like keep this. Although
True.
I'm sad because look at the combo. Look at the combo. 7 to 8.
727 when. Okay,
That's
anyways,
so
let's
sad. Like I'm so mad. I'm like super mad right now. It's so obvious. But anyways,
me
the next
me.
pick, of course, Kat, take it away again.
True. Okay, so hello 4-digit MWC.
How many? Wait. Like here, I have a new one. How many MWC? How many 4-digit MWC3 maps are hidden in the pool?
It's already on 8th. This is our 8th 4-digit MWC pick. This is has becoming like a 4-digit tournament anyways. Yeah, this is Chronon. I have an SS on this. Weird flex, but okay. But yeah, this is our slow jam memory pick. I believe that is a meme somewhere in the Mania community because slow jams are typically like your memory pick. But yeah, this is purely slow jam. And serotonin was like 85 BPM, right? Oh,
Oh my god,
oh my god.
my little brother! I'm so sorry.
Nah, that's okay. Okay, so serotonin was like 85 BPM. So this is 60 BPM. How far can we go? How low can we go? Am I right? So yeah, considering that this is 60 BPM, this is one of the hardest memory maps to actually have an accuracy, and it really challenges like the internal rhythmic ability of the players, since this map has like 112s, 1/8s, 1/6, and the most weird one is that this is purely slow jam, and I would say that Chronon, if not the only one, or like bar none, this is one of the potential 100% ban baits and ban rates of the entire semifinals pool. And yeah, do you think that players would pick this, considering that most of the player base in the current tournament doesn't really play slow jams.
I'm
They
expecting players to pick this, but I will not say. I
true.
will not say. By the way, I literally asked my brother, "Hey, you want to say something in the? Want to say something in there?"
Oh
That's
my
why there we
god,
go. So yeah, I wanted to say something, and that's what I wanted to say. But I guess that's all he can say. Yeah.
that's all he can say. So, anyways, let's proceed to the I think last pick. Yeah,
Look, I can't even 99 it. That's how hard this is.
bro.
So like,
Yeah, go.
so here we go. So if there's only one word to describe this tiebreaker, it would be speed. This is a speed-oriented tiebreaker with one-eighth burst, inverse sections, technical alliance, technical streams, flams, and graces, mini jacks, and a lot more overwhelming patterns that can make players break anytime. Not only is the 6-minute tiebreaker tiring, it's also unique on its own. This is from Mama Chacha Phase X, a mapping challenge made by Paracord. Thank you, by the way, How to Play Alen, for the NSV edit. I was about to say NS, the other NS, but I will not say it. We're PG-13 stream.
No, don't say it. So yeah, anyways, this is like a custom edit by HTTPLN because the real difficulty of this is Thanatophobia, which has like a very unique SV. It starts with like very slow, then it goes fast. So we removed that just for the sake of this tournament. So very thank you so much HTTPLN Puggers. So it only starts with like basic patterns, and then you would be bombarded with speed patterns like right now. Like right now. There we go. Hello?
Here we go, here we go.
Is this Nail
I was trying
Nation
so hard.
V2?
I was trying so hard to 99 this. Like, I had one run, I was gonna get 99, then my laptop closed.
Oh my god. So yeah, why would you want to be in a tiebreaker just by seeing
Okay,
this?
the reason why this is as hard as it is right now, for your information, tiebreakers are usually like as hard as the next pool. So
True.
this should give you an idea what the next pools are gonna be like.
Oh my god, imagine grand finals tiebreaker being an epsilon file. Puggers?
So yeah, here we go. Like, what can you even say? What are these patterns?
True. This is such a weird step up from the previous one and Nail for Nation, by the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. But oh, by the way, wait. Someone in the chat just said,
Yeah.
"What are these?"
Ow! My ear. Bro. But yeah. So the physical gamers are crying and laughing at the same time right now. And I would think that they would just play this casually in a multiplayer. What are you doing, by the way, on this replay? Are you reversing the notes? Bruh.
Yeah, I was playing this like full LN because I was so bored. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
my
this breaks.
god.
Like, I was like, oh, what can I do with this break? Like, just full LN it.
Well, here you go. Like the Ellen Tech part. It's so weird seeing that semifinals is already like very hard, considering the amount of time that we can like do on later stages, like for like semi finals week 1 and grand finals.
Indeed, but like this is like again, every MWC just gets harder and harder, so everyone has to step up every time.
True.
That's basically the justification to why this tournament has got to be one of the hardest iterations of all time for PH.
Well, I suppose I won't improve then.
Shut up, you're in MWC last year.
Nervous Arcat laughing. I won't improve.
Shut up.
Only.
I was about to swear on stream.
Oh my
I didn't
god.
do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
As an SV main, I'm crying right now.
Don't cry.
Seeing seeing this seeing this speed patterns. Oh my Jesus.
I'm an SP player too, kind of.
Oh my god, shut up.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. Like, here's the ending. Like, you think you can act with that? No, you cannot act.
Hello? What the fuck? Oh. What, I mean,
Okay, that's nothing. That's okay. That's okay.
what the fun?
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Stuff like that happens. I almost did it.
Bruh.
You guys keep on saying something about not improving or whatever, but at least
Oh my
you
god.
got MWC. At least you're not irrelevant anymore.
No.
You're irrelevant.
When
You miss the prefix right there. I said irrelevant, not relevant.
I said relevant.
irrelevant.
What do you mean? I
No.
said relevant.
You missed the syllable there. It's irrelevant.
It's relevanter.
what relevantarist? Bruh. Yeah, anyways, it's
GTX.
just
GTX tumahimik ka, nanalo ka na 4-digit MWC3. Asan na yung border namin?
where the border. So yeah, that's it for tiebreaker. Any thoughts?
Tara daw, magsuntukan daw mo commentators.
Tara.
Sige,
Oh my
sige.
goodness.
May Ace Hardware naman malapit dito.
Totoo, may oh my god. Yeah, anyways, considering that by the way, the previous one, the previous stage, quarterfinals has been a very close match between like several players having like tiebreaker matches like 6-4s. I would say that this stage it would be different. They would end up like I would suggest like 7-2, 7-3. And
I mean, we're not even hitting best of 13 just yet.
oh wait, no, it's 6.
We're still at 6, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's we're still at 6 by the way.
But
Oops.
I'm expecting, again, just expecting 0 sweeps. Everyone's gonna perform out of their minds, and everyone's gonna do well.
True.
Also, I just barged into commentary and without even saying, like, I'm actually going in.
Oh my
So-
god.
Hi? Wait, no. Let's do the proper way to do this. Hello? I'm Sergio. I'm back in commentary for not joining Porke.
Oh my god.
So, I'll be joining commentary for 7K. Alongside with me in commentary is Lenpai. Also, manood ka na rin din, Emily. Kasi, sasali ka mag-YOLO commentary sa 7K para hindi na alone si Arj.
I was a midnight rider.
Oh no.
Sabi mo alone eh. Ayun, alone.
Wow. Oh, you're using my favorite BG song against
It's
me.
good though. It's so good.
Yeah, it's actually a good song. But anyways, because Lenpai needs to rush, we should start the 7K showcase right away.
Yeah,
And
that
we're
won't last very long.
Like, okay, so I'm just going to say it. Like, first pick, SV. Let's go.
Yo, first pick SV. So, super last minute pick. We used to have a different pick for this slot, but like ours, like literally ours before the showcase we settled for this pick, and w- w- wow, this ended up being the obligatory Hololive pick. We weren't supposed to have any Hololive for this map pool, but hey, can't battle fate. So this is the SB reading pick of the round. It's quite long. So unlike Komitate Kojo, this is a longer pick, which is more geared towards general hybrid gameplay. It's like it has long notes, it has rise, but it has this SV elements, like kind of like if you remember Sakura Sweets, it kind of has that sort of sine wave effect. Some sections are sine wavy, other sections are more bumpy in the SVs. So like, yeah. So Hololive fan, try to guess who made this replay. So yeah. So that's just pretty much the chart. It's your quite your average hybrid SV chart, just with a generous serving of SVs, starter SVs, like the works, like all that kind of SVs. So yeah, don't really have much to comment on this. It was really that last minute pick that we had to adjust to.
I'm actually kind of mad why we changed why the last minute changed, because like I actually wanted to commentate the other one that we were supposed to use. It's my favorite SV chart of every time.
I'd actually like to ask, why was the change made?
I forgot, like the old SB chart, like I forgot how I would say this, like, because standards change as we keep going forward. I forgot how mini jack heavy, how jack oriented the previous SB chart was. Like if I were to play it, it's like a 50-50 in the difficulty. It's not even. So like just for the sake of the playing audience, I thought it was a considerate decision to switch it into something less straining.
Oh my goodness, the straining. I mean, even in 4K, straining SVs definitely not fun to play.
And the funny thing was, like, the previous chart was the SV chart of the round of 16 in MWC 7K 2016, which in hindsight should not be in the round of 16.
Also, why is there LNSV?
A
Kami nauna
4K,
dyan.
7K gang, LNSB.
Like, kanino pa kayo nagreklamo sa 4K bakit may LNSB na rock qualifiers pa lang gano'n na ginagawa ninyo? Tapos kami dito sa 7K, ano lang, third hybrid chart ang SV. But oh my god, this is a long chart.
It's a really long chart. Like we had to make do with the options that we had, or else, reading SV would be 100% insta ban. Take it from me.
Oh yeah, especially if we stayed, yeah, like it would be an automatic one. Especially the intro being. But anyways, I think let's go to the next one.
Okay, so our next chart. So anyone who's really into practicing brackets, whether they're in the low 610 or they're really good at their brackets because of the availability of rates. So yeah, another cat jam. Cliff Edge, Angel, feat Nakumara Maiko. So yeah, Kawawa chart. And oh, look at that speed, skull speed. Anyway, so yeah, this is the bracket pick. So if last round we had Yomitsuki, which was like really hard for the pool, justifiably so, because we had to like make a broad difficulty for the picks. This is the easier pick, like one of the easier picks of the round. So this is bracket stamina, clocking in at 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So it's like 152 BPM as indicated by the difficulty. So yeah, so it's just really like brackets upon brackets. Some sections of streams, though the streams are super rolly, so they're really easy to manage. So yeah, this is just like the obligatory bracket pick of the round. Not really much to say, although it definitely is very comfy, because like when this was new, when this chart was kind of new, like Kawawa like pinged me, like they chatted me over OS overall also to like try it out. And it was really nice, very cool. As dense as it looks, it's really comfy. It's really nice stuff.
When were brackets comfy? And there's like a mini delay section as well from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, although they're like super rolly. So imagine like hyper potions checkpoint, which is a little faster.
Yep.
It's 152 BPM. It's really manageable. So like really like the meat and potatoes of this chart is like the large chords because it's like brackets with large chords. So like take Kawawa's rank stuff like what you call that Amphisbaenia, Alice in Wonderland, those kinds of stuff uses huge chords. So that kind of skill set from rank translates really well to this pick. You gotta need to have that control with huge chords in brackets. Like, because if you compare it to something like Yomitsuki, which is like bracket, like back to back to back to back brackets, this one is not really that kind of back to back action with the brackets. There's a lot of breathing room to deal with the brackets that this chart provides. So that's why I do think that this is one of the easiest picks in the round, despite being super sucky at brackets myself.
Imagine this being the super easy pick in the entire pool when like everybody in the YouTube chat is like saying, "Why brackets?" I mean, in semifinals we eventually have to. Like parang ang kulang na lang ata na hindi pa natin na-introduce like as a whole delays. Delays
Gotta
na lang.
learn brackets or fall off the bracket.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Tapos, I'm not sure. Baka ano. Ang susunod na ito, delay stream and we're basically full on BMS now on the Rise spectrum.
Yeah, this is as rice as it gets. Like, yeah, this is not very BMS because it's very rolly. Like compared to the average BMS chart, this is some rolly stuff. So like, I wouldn't group it with that kind. I think like Spoon Guy charts, Yomitsuki, like those kinds of bracket challenges are more in line with BMS style. This has a strong KB bias, if I were to say.
Also, this also serves as a stamina pick of the pool. So, good luck. Good luck maintaining that consistency. So, now it's time for us to move on to the faster of the chord stream picks of the chart. So, we have Mafu Super Nuko ni Narinkata, a chart by Remoring. That is the first. I think this is the first time we are using a Remoring chart in this tournament, and I mean, fast chord streams. It might be easier for some people. Like some parts of this chart are like reminiscent of hymn spacing, but you look at these brackets, like it's more broken, so to speak, compared to the earlier chart. But the speed, like there's this speed element now, like you have to get that finger control.
Yeah. This one, yeah. So like BMS level 17, like yeah, BMS level 17, maybe level 17 if you're playing with the controller, but again, KB bias. So like this chart ends up being quite easier than what the difficulty suggests. So like yeah, this is the speed. This is like the speedy bracket pick of the round, like the harder bracket pick of the round. So like last round it was crisp, which was like low density but super anchory. So this one takes another. It takes 180 degree turn, and it goes density, some brackets, some jacks, and something that's very keyboard friendly. So yeah, so like going into this pick, this was also like the sort of last minute pick because like Blue and I were like kind of like discussing about like what would be an ideal difficult chord string pick, fast chord string pick for the round, because I had some options, although those options were very biased in skill sets. So we decided to go with this one, which is less biased, more speedy, less biased, some control elements, but overall not too bad.
For our next pick, we have our first hybrid chart of the pool, the Rise Bias hybrid. So we have Penorari Sailing Force, a chart by Imperial Wolf. And wait, is this ranked or am I remembering the 4K one?
I don't know. That's wait. Is there a 4K rank? I'm not very familiar with.
I'm not even super versed anymore with 4K rank. Like probably
Yeah.
Emily could confirm that or something. But
Yeah. So, people here might be familiar with Uncle's chart from Seventh Dan. This is not that chart. This is an entirely different chart because everybody's sleeping on Imperial Wolf, like hidden gem of a mapper, amazing charter. And this is actually the Rice hybrid pick of the round. So in contrast to the previous rounds where Rice hybrid used to be like the long picks, due to limitations, due to the limitations in the availability of maps, we settled this to be kind of like a bit of an overall-ish hybrid Rice-oriented chart. So yeah, so this is more on like kind of like inversions, reverse shields. But like if you note, if you pay attention to the Rice patterns, the Rice patterns aren't really that much of a giveaway. There's some jacks, there's some bursts, there's some stuff, and going into this section, so like there's even like a speed element matching with those pretty nasty reverse shields. Tons of visual attention to by the mapper. So like y'all better start playing what do you call that? Imperial Wolf charts. The really nice stuff.
like I like how this builds up very well from the previous hybrid picks. Like you had Maid Sama, Maid Sun on the round of 16. You had the Hololive chart from the quarterfinals. This kind of conveniently builds up from there.
Yeah, different categories, but a decent build up. So that's a good observation.
Then now, like we've been teasing this since the since the first bracket pick. So now we have our first delay chart of the pool, the Rice Speed pick. So we have -45 Exile, a chart by Rem. Though I'm not sure if this is the Rem everybody knows.
This is, I'm pretty sure that's Mifa, Rem Fangirl.
Yeah, yeah, like that's like so many usernames like Rem. So
Wait,
Mifa had so many usernames.
another
Though.
Rem? Is there another Rem or is it just Rem Fangirl?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Rem Fangirl, then Rem, then Mifa.
But like there's two hyphens. So did Rem have two hyphens at some point?
If there's a Rem, why is there no Ram?
Well, anyway, so we've been teasing this a lot in the earlier picks, and my goodness, like delay charts are always hard. Like this is one of the this I think one of the easier delay charts that we will be putting on in the pools from this point forward. But
Nah, I have to disagree with it. But yeah, in the context of like the rest of the pool and the rest of the succeeding picks, then this is an easier pick. But man, this chart doesn't play around. Although it provides a ton, like way too much room for break. But when it gets there, when it gets to those delay sections, you better be prepared. You have to know how to read those like implicit. There's some implicit like 1/4 jacking, tons of like awkward transitions, one-handed stuff. Like this is not just speed. This is speed with a considerable amount of reading. If you can't read those broken streams, you're not gonna have any accuracy at all for this pick. So again, this is quite of like kind of a last minute pick. Like it was yesterday when we were deciding on which chart to pick, and oh yeah, we settled with this because there's not really a lot of options for speed. But yeah, this kind of fits the bill on the general difficulty for semifinals. I
so
guess we're going to the next spot. yeah, so this is our Ellen release pick of the round. I don't really pick long notes because I kind of suck at them. So and actually, if you guys weren't following, we actually don't have a script for this for this full showcase due to like how last minute stuff were. But yeah, this is the Ellen release pick of the round. So I'm gonna directly quote Blue. How is it? Awkward holds and inverse. Slow shields. Slow as flying pancakes. So yeah, this is pretty much like the inverse pick. So what I'm looking right now when I see this is kind of like a less dense-ish, or kind of like has some similarities to the rank chart Melty Sweets, although it's a lot more. It has more selective inversions, a lot more full like full keyboard patterns. Like you gotta use all of those chords. You gotta hit all of those chords at the same time. And yeah, can't really comment much because I haven't actually looked at this chart at all in the pool. So if you guys have any complaints, have any violent reactions, then take it on Blue. So yeah, if you guys were paying attention, there's a lot of really short LN usages. A lot of these, like right now, like last pool, like if you guys remember that, like Omaewa mo, it has like short sections of inversions. This one has quite a lot more inversions. Like it cracks up the inversion elements right to 11 minutes. It's not messing around. It's some really tricky stuff. Although I'm just saying this because I'm absolutely totally incapable of playing this kind of stuff. But you guys decide. See if this chart is worth picking during your matches. So yeah.
Also, just adding to what Lanpai said, something about complaints and feedback. We actually have a Mappool feedback channel in the Discord server, and honestly, it kind of feels para ba sabihin, like Tagalogin ko lang, parang kinakabahan kami kung tama ba ginagawa namin o hindi kasi wala nagsasabi.
Parang ano yung desert? Creep, 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 creep. That's my cricket impression. I'm sorry.
May crickets ba in a desert?
Oh my god.
Like you know, the bouncing tumbleweed.
Yung rattlesnake siguro.
Like,
or yung
rattlesnakes.
Yung tumbleweed. Also, this feels something like a build-up from what was LN3 from. Like this doesn't really feel like something that builds up from a P-Love from last pool, from the previous map pool.
Yeah, it's like it's a pick of its own, just by the sheer amount of like inversions that it uses.
And then up next, we have the second LN chart. Wow, grabe naman yung randomization ni Arcat. Like, pinagtabi talaga yung mga LN. Okay, so we have our second LN chart of the pool. So this is the streamy speed-based long notes. So we had Honeyworks featuring Kotoha, Aini de Koiwa Tsuzuku. A chart by Remering. This is the second Remering chart of the pool. And again, this is LN speed. This is more of, let's say, Blue Clapper from the previous one, previous pool, but this is way different in terms of structure.
Yeah, Blue just left a very simple comment. If I read it right, hand speed go brrrr. So yeah, I haven't seen this map as well because I don't really pick long notes. But man, that's some slow jam, like quite an unexpected slow jam. But the beggars getting choosers. But yeah, that's some very simple inversion section. So maybe going forward into the map, we're gonna see what this chart really has to show us. So let's look. Yeah, Oh yeah, that's some really fast stuff. So this really fulfills the what you call that? This really fulfills like Ellen Stream speed pick. It's it's quite of a contrast compared to like the previous picks we have like with Turkey and Blue Clapper, which is like consistent. This one is just fast. Like it demands so much speed from the players. So yeah, good luck with the reading. Good luck with releases, particularly. Though with an OD of 8, oh damn, this actually has an OD of 8. So we're expecting a lot of 200 drops on this one.
And with that, kasi pinagtabi din pa ni Arcat yung mga ano. So we have the LN Density chart, the full-on O2 Slam chart. And it's a very, very banger of a song. We have Beautiful Days Milk Chocolate, a very familiar song for you guys coming from 2003, 2004, and 2005. Because this was an original song from O2 Jam. And fittingly enough, it's an LN chart. And let's just say, we have like, the patterning is super, super straightforward, but you will notice later in the chart, you'll actually notice like LN chord stream polyrhythm. Like, it gets to that feel.
Okay, so let's get the direct comments of Blue, who picked this map. Slow LN chord stream, tight LN gaps, inverse hell at the end. So you guys know what's coming up for this pick. And yeah, so those are the three main characteristics of this. So like slow LN, inverses. So just when you thought you didn't have enough inverses from the previous picks, then in this pick you're gonna have more of those. Yeah, so how long is this? This is actually just 2 minutes and
2 and a half. Yeah,
with
this is like...
OD7.
Okay, so I think I kind of made a mistake in the previous one. This is the chart that builds up way more from Blue Clapper in terms of difficulty. Especially look at the pattern here. It's like everything just becomes a blur at this point. There's like some staccato LN chord stream section as well. Like it's super short, but it's going to be destroying your accuracy a lot.
Alright, just for the convenience of people watching right now. So this is OD7. The Remoring LN chart a while ago was OD8. And the Nanahira chart is OD7. So good luck with your accuracy. Although at the very least, Sailing Force had a very generous OD6. So keep that in mind when going through your long note picks, because you're gonna need that information.
Yeah, because I gotta love how I mean it's kind of super noticeable, especially with the LN pools, but like especially now that we had a random slow jam in one of the LN picks, we're kind of like getting to the ridiculous O2 jam levels now, as Maple Syrup actually missed an entire chord, I think.
Oh damn, those are some really nasty jacks used in those sections. And that's some really tight inversion. Oh my gosh.
Full invert.
Ooh, that's some really difficult stuff. Are you sure? Oh, but yeah.
I mean, it's the ending. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I can't really judge long note maps at this stage. So moving on to our next pick, I guess.
And we have Dance Doll Dream, which is honestly, this is the accuracy pick of the pool now. So we had Korokoloid, we had Fortuna, we had Koyaslav. So this is the one that builds up from there. And I guess it's going to be similar to there. Like, we get heavy chords, super, super accuracy stuff. But, of course, like, there are parts you have to be careful. Like, replay person here.
Yeah, so if you guys remembered Koyaslav 1.1, so this is practically the same BPM, but just look at that density. Just look at just look at that density. Just look at like how those patterns flow. So like in the intro, you got those patterns which have those adjacent chords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, like kind of similar in that really hard section in what chart is that? Ven, like Spoon Guy's Ven. So to anyone who's familiar with Spoon Guy's Ven, so like it kind of has that kind of vibe with those dense patterns. So going into here, like if I've played this map quite a bunch. If I were to say which parts are difficult, it's definitely the intro and like at the ending, because that's when like it's not just dense, but there's so much finger control involved. Like something that's not very common with chord jacks. Like you don't really see that kind of finger control involved in here. So like it was suggested that we would go with 1.0, but just for the sake of accuracy, just for the sake of leveling the playfield, not having all picks way too difficult, we went with 0.95 with this one.
That intention is, I mean, we're not really too much of a masochist, I think. We're not too much of a sadist, so we try to keep things as reasonable as possible. But it's going to be super interesting again. Like, I'm pretty sure this is like that pick where we'd still be able to see a few 990k scores. Like, from what I remember, the highest score on Koya's Love is like around 997 still. So I have to double check my stat sheets for that.
Yeah, and we're about to go in the ending. So like everybody can see right now like how dense of a pattern this is. So like even at 95 BPM, because this is 190, one half is 95. So at 95 BPM, this is some really dense stuff. Even our replay person is missing quite a bunch in this ending part, which is why I said it's very noteworthy. The intro section is awkward because of like how it is built, but this ending section is just really, really dense.
And that's our chord jack pick of the pool. So let's move on to the second hybrid chart. Under Tanjinki's chart, we have Ito Kanako's Sukai Kurado no Kansoku Sha. And it's an O2 Jam equivalent level 43 chart. So full on O2 Slam again. And of course, immediately we are introduced with a slow jam with some inverts, some shield usages. Like this sets the tone that this chart is not something you'd want to mess around with.
Yeah, so how do I say this? I may have had some involvement with this pick because like we're really trying to fill in the gaps for the pool. Like help me get some quote unquote help me try to get some hybrid picks. So this is the LN hybrid, I believe, and yeah, Tanji's chart. So you guys know what to expect, and that's one of those trademark patterns like mini jack, like jack into long notes. And it's pretty common stuff, and although there's some pretty like generous servings of like pure rice, like it's very evident that the bulk of the section is really on LN streaming and some SVs just to complete the experience. So it's like LN rice reading. So that's kind of like what it kind of fulfills. While like the LN sections are slightly easier than their LN chart counterparts.
This feels so much like Starlog. Like with the SB usages, at least in the chart, like it feels something like that.
Yeah, I don't quite remember Starlog that much, but yeah, it's pretty quite similar because 17 VA, so like a very strong auto jam style roots from them. So yeah, can't really comment on much because even the audience knows like kind of what to expect from a chart like this, like anime, Tanjinxi. You know, you guys know what's up. So
Can't wait to see. Like from what I remember, 10,000 letters wasn't really too much of a popular pick. Maybe this one would be for the higher level players left in the roster, but I feel like
Not
this is going to
sure.
be super dangerous. This is going to be super dangerous to pick, even for anyone.
Yeah, if memory serves right, like the last round, like the popular Olympic was just Blue Clapper, and like the other Olympics were like being slept on. Maybe not slept on, maybe just avoided like the plague, but yeah. Oh, this ending. Yeah. So yeah, that's I guess that's the end of the chart. Do you have anything else to say?
Man, I feel bad about like that certain match where like both two LN charts are actually outright banned, and it's not Blue Clapper, obviously. But anyways, now that is our second to last hybrid chart of the pool. So let us move on to the let's say the wild card overall ish rice pick of the pool. So we have DJ Yaminoma, Tools 01, a chart by Isalai, or is it Isalai?
Well, yeah, probably Isolite. It's probably easily.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is just their upload. This is a flexo chart because like everything that's uploaded by Isolite is a flexo chart. So just food for thought. So go ahead.
Nailed. So if we had him from the previous pool, we have another chart where let's just say like it's structured a bit differently again from him. Like there's not like a super troll section where you suddenly like have to burst your way through the patterns. This one feels like a bit more straightforward, like a bit more constant with the pattern usage. Like you have fast chord streams, you have like a slow section somewhere in the chart. Like it basically has everything you'd want in a single note chart.
Oh, maybe contentious because like a lot of people here might really not appreciate like that kind of usage of mini jacks and like yeah, those kind of mini jacks, those transitions into 1/8. That's like some strain in reading, like visual strain, if that's a thing. Like trying to know how to read those kinds of transitions. But if you can read them, they're quite alright to play. So like a flashback to a previous tournament. So like SP3, what you call that? SP3 Revival of Kalpa, Spungai, SP3. So like anybody who remembers that, so it's like chord streams with mini jack transition. So this is kind of like the same thing. A lot less awkward chord string elements, but like doubling down on like those kinds of transitions, the usage of bursts. So like it kind of has like everything, but it doesn't really try to make itself too awkward. It doesn't overstay its welcome in terms of rigidity. So it's some very manageable stuff. Like I think my sight read run on this was pretty alright. Even given the type of chart this is, even with like the amount of brackets, but it's not like continuous, so it's some pretty manageable stuff. It's like it goes between like awkward, not so awkward, awkward, not so awkward. So it's alright. It's pretty nice stuff.
So it's more of something that builds off Nelv, I think. Like just like it's varied enough, but it doesn't really like hunt for misses. Like it's just like something that might trip up a certain person or not.
Yeah, more or less. So there's really some room for tripping up here.
And that is the I think the second to the last rice chart of the pool. So we are now moving to the next pick. We have the second SV chart of the pool. Tanchiki Hagoromo no Mai, a chart by CL. Like once you see CL, like you immediately know that it's SV, and like I think Maple said something about how would Emily react to this.
What?
Like this is the first time I'm seeing this chart, I think. Yeah.
Wait, what is this LN? I mean SV, what?
Yep, this is the memorization SV chart of the 7K semifinals pool.
And it's
Not-
LN.
Yup, and we're not messing around here. Or Maple is not messing around, I guess, when he selected it.
Yeah, so there may be some people here who are familiar with this chart, maybe like in the players pool, but I don't know if they practice this or not, if they play this or not, because man, if you just see CL charts, man, like those are usually instabans within the scope of MWC. Like nobody, people generally don't have, aren't really up to like the time investment involved with memorizing charts to this degree. And if we consider the time, which is what's this? This is 3:24. So, wow, our both of our SB picks actually reached 3 minutes each. And those are some pretty long SB picks. And yeah. So cell chart.
Part of me is wondering like if the screen share is actually lagging or it's not. But like you remember, it's an SV chart. Of course, there will be those kind of SVs. And it's kind of sad that CL charts tend to get banned because like almost every CL chart I've played, like basically all of the SV charts, like super cool. Like even without the SVs, like the structure of the chart itself is like wow.
Yeah, so like kind of like trademark to like CL charts, like the usage, like very very generous usage of mini jacks and a lot of usage of visual elements because 7K tending to be a very visual type of node charting approach or node charting medium is that yeah, we tend to select some usage of mini jacks. So like anyone who's familiar with what you call that? I forgot the name. Grounded, like EZFG grounded. That's some really difficult stuff. EZFG grounded. What's the other chart? Oriental insomnia. So it's like the SB qualifier for Tom Cup. So like those are some very notable CL charts that I know when it comes to SB's 7K. In terms of 7K. So
There was also Burnt Rice from a few MWCs ago.
oh, I probably wasn't able to watch that MWC. I was like probably busy with some real
Yeah,
life
it was like
stuff.
2018 though. It was like 2018, like it was like my first time touching a CL SV chart. And wow.
Wait, is that 4K?
7K. It was 7K.
Oh, 7K. Oh.
Yeah, like you'd want if you're going to pick this, like you'd have to take advantage of those break sections. Like that ending, by the way is like wow. And now let's move on to the final non-tiebreaker pick of the pool, which is our technical chart. We have Reizoko CJ, Cherno RHTL, and I'm pretty sure this is the MWC difficulty.
Yes, this is. Although, because we are a little short on time, so I had to make the replay for this. And apologies for Mirror, but I'm super incapable of playing this section you see right here. I'm very incapable of playing this section without Mirror. It's very impossible for me to maintain some degree of combo. So I had to use Mirror for this one because due to a lack of people who are willing to play this. So anybody who is familiar with MWC that Blue and I played in, very familiar with the old version of 6th Dan. Like I think a lot of people considered that 6th Dan chart to be a gatekeeper because honestly, like looking back, it was like quite easy for me to 96. But if we're gonna look at this, it stands the time in terms of being a difficult chart. Like if people were to categorize this as 7th Dan, nobody would complain. It's just a really tasking chart with like hand speed, those single like mini jacks, trills, chord jacks. Just demands so much from the player, demands so much finger independence, and yeah, I think that's the reason why I love this chart so much. But going forward, this is so there's a lot to unpack from this. So like in terms of accuracy, there's a lot of bursts that if you don't nail the transition, you're gonna drop a lot of 200s. It's like quite earlier, there's like that double stream, very easy to drop 200s. This section, there are some bits here that looks really awkward, very unfamiliar pattern. So if you can't read it, it's very easy to drop. And like, so this is like kind of like a faster chord jack-ish pick, but there's so much elements that makes it technical, just because of like that bracket style chord jack section and bursts, transitions, and later on in this chart there's like a delay section, which is quite comparable to the difficulty of Exile, if not harder, but a lot shorter. So yeah, also this is like 3 minutes, so pretty hard stuff.
You're in for a lot of pain because like I remember that MWC match very well. This chart was like your genius move, abusing the opponent's weaknesses in the technical side, like the rice chart of that pool. And I'm pretty sure there will be some person, especially in the losers bracket, who's going to be following that pool presumably. Like that one person who's going to be super capable of playing this will be playing this for sure.
And it looks like I would actually be able to reach commentating
tiebreaker.
for the tiebreaker, and I think this is something the audience might
Super
look
familiar.
forward to.
The tiebreaker, I'm pretty sure it's also the tiebreaker of the MWC 7K 2016 semifinals. Or this is like one of the longer picks. Like either of
Really?
those two.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember this very well from that Mania World Cup. So this is Hallozi's Genryu Kaiko. A chart by evening actually, with permission for Soul Evans to upload this to via BSS. And wow, like if you guys are familiar with Oboro, like the 17VA chart, like on a personal note, the flow of this chart feels similar to that, but this is like super, super, super intense. Like you see this symmetrical pattern leading into this chord stream, like oh my gosh, like I do not have the powers to describe this properly.
Yeah. So we love old charts here in 7K. We love old charts quite a lot, and we thought that it's pretty good to kind of like look back into the older charts that kind of define the meta. Like evening charts, very meta defining for 7K. Going forward with like how people map nowadays, like with the chord allocations, with like the trill usage, like the double trill usage, those kinds of patterns are very trademark stuff. Some people pick it up consciously, maybe subconsciously, but yeah. So going to this pick, so like if we look at our previous picks, like for tiebreakers, for regular picks, we didn't really have a pick that really tried to burn out the player, and this pick really tests, really puts stamina, puts an emphasis on the stamina element. So like if you all are familiar with Back to the Gate horse chart, so like I think like the BPMs are kind of the same, although this chart uses a lot more symmetrical patterns and of course a lot more LS. So like there's reverse shields, double streams. So like this section is like kind of like an inversion section. So like you can't just go into this chart being able to just play Rice, because that's what I tried to do. I played this chart just being able to play Rice, get to LNs. I think I got like a low 95, low mid 95. But yeah.
Like, you cannot even consider like that short break section there as a break because like it's still so straining on the hands, especially like you're going into another heavy chord stream section, like it's super brackety, and like for some reason like symmetric patterns feels more straining than just like a more straightforward stuff. Or is it just me being weird again?
Yeah, it's really straining. It's straining in a sense that because it goes on for so long, even with like those kinds of brackets. So if you're trying to get some accuracy of this map, like if you're just gonna go autopilot, not really trying to act, then yeah, it's kind of alright. But if you're gonna try to gun for like accuracy, you're gonna go against someone who you know is also able to play the patterns, then you kind of have to go for that accuracy, and there's some good amount of stamina involved. Unless you're like playing sharp note charts on a regular basis, if you're not that kind of player, this is gonna gonna be tasking to some extent with accuracy. Although accuracy, I mean stamina. Although, yeah, you can't really go into this without some Ellen ability. It's imperative. It's imperative that you know how to deal with like simple inverses, like symmetrical patterns, particularly. And this part really tries to build up. Like it really likes to go up in terms of like the bracket and stuff. So like you see this kind of bracket. So you might see more of these patterns at higher BPMs going forward with the later pools. But yeah, this is the climax of the chart. It gets really dense, and at the BPM of what BPM is this? This is
I think
170.
108, 170. Like,
Yeah, it's 173.
it doesn't seem that fast, but the density, like as Maple said on chat, like this is where your stamina would be gone if you're not prepared, or even with preparation. Like the chart just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, here's a good point of consideration though, because like of course like you can go into this chart prepared, but of course you're just not gonna play this chart as your first pick. This is the tiebreaker. So you have some other charts to play before this. So imagine like playing back and forth for like, I don't know, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and then you're gonna have this as your final pick. And yeah, this final section, this inverse section, very simple stuff, but if you don't know how to accuracy that, expect to drop a truckload of 200s right there.
And with that, that ends the the Oso Philippines Nationals Osomania 4K 7K Tournament 2021 Semifinals Mappool Showcase. Any closing words from all of you guys?
Wait. Before that, we're gonna show the brackets as well, right? So, any closing words for me? I guess everything's gonna be a step up. Everything's gonna be harder, but while the map pools get harder, I'm also expecting the players to rise more and for them to be able to showcase their talent and skills in the stage.
Well, before that, I think we should show before we close out, let's show the state of the brackets going into the semifinals weekend. So we have first the 4K bracket, and I'm pretty sure that one match isn't still updated just yet.
I mean, that was already a win for Arcane Virus. So that was actually a 6-2 on Arquin's favor. 6-2, 6-2. Yes, there we go, 6-2. So let's go to the losers bracket first, actually. So we have some interesting matches here. They're all interesting. So you have Don Kiwi Bliss. Don Kiwi is like a very good accuracy player, someone you really do not want to underestimate. And against Don Kiwi is gonna be Bliss, who's one of the more physical players on the roster. I would be very interested to see this match. Like, on one end you have very good act, and on one end you have a very physical player. So I really don't know how that's gonna go. Meanwhile, Nathan and Mania versus Sen. Oh my god, that's gonna be a tough one. Like, Nathan and Mania has gotten really good recently again. Literally almost getting Tachyon, and he just got Yoru like yesterday or 2 days ago, which is reminiscent of them getting Luminol and tier 12. Tier 12 on the same day. And
Tier
then you have
12 na gulong.
Oo nga. Tier 12, 12 na gulong. And then you have Kura and Elon Musk. Wow, what is this match? Like, both of these players are very good physically, but Elon Musk being one of the Ellen powerhouses of the country against Kura, who is very well rounded, very good at everything, and definitely Ian Musk can keep up with that. Silicosis and Lawrence Angelo, on the other hand, you have the teammates from 4-digit MWC3. Wow, like both of these players are physical. Both of these players can LN. Both of these players can SV. Wow, like this is gonna be an unpredictable match. I don't know how most of these matches are gonna transpire. I'd say all of these matches. Like there's gonna be some upsets here and there that maybe we do not know. And now that we're
And
done,
he- and
Yeah,
here's
go
the
ahead.
thing. Here's the thing. Who, like, when if they win their matches, like they're still going to be doing another match like the day after. So, like, let's say Don Kiwi wins over Bliss, and then Nathan Armenia wins over Sen. So we have Don Kiwi versus Nathan Armenia on the same weekend as well.
Indeed.
And like honestly, like both of these, like whatever combination of matches happen, man, it's not going to be a very fun job to predict what's going to happen.
Yeah, these matches are very
Like
unpredictable.
you could either have Cora Silicosis, Cora Lawrence, like it's a very good match. Like Eon Silicosis, Eon Lawrence Angelo, like oh my goodness.
If Ian wins that, that's gonna be another 4-digit MWC3 battle.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think with that we're going to talk about that, I guess, once those matches happen. But let's move on to the upper bracket now, which is another Like, I think I'll leave it to you to tell like how this goes because at this point, I'm just going to say like massive props for staying up in this part of the bracket.
Oh, definitely. But anyways, here we have. Let's start with Arcan Olivares versus Ledge. Like, Ledge has proven themselves to be a name since Flat happened. Like, they got third place. Am I right, Surf? Third?
Yep, third place. Like
Third
only
place.
got defeated by Ting Momentum.
Team Momentum is a very tough player to beat, and Ledge just proved that they're capable of beating someone like that. So with that logic, we could see Ledge putting up a fight against one of the powerhouses in the Philippines ever since the media community even was a thing in the country, and their name is Arquinoli Virus.
But the thing with Ledge is like Flat is like super weird. The pools are structured like to make sure that everything is comfortable to be played on Flashlight, even for like first time Flashlight players. So the pools are kind of like easier than quarterfinals level if we're going to translate to the national. So
That is true.
it's going to be a job and a half for Ledge, especially at Arquin. From what they're seeing, like for what we saw, yes, last night against Nathan Armenia, like you just do not want to discount Arquin. Like Arquin is that one player that would like pretend he's their weak at a certain chart, but like apparently is one of their strongest picks of the entire pool.
Yeah, we saw that with like what Cicada Day or something.
Yeah, like we saw this Cicada, we saw that with Pam.
We saw that I think in Phoenix. Like
Yeah, we saw that in Phoenix as well.
we saw that in
We saw
Like-
that in basically every pick.
like we were like, okay, why is Arquin picking this? Nathan and Mania should take the pick, and then suddenly Arquin 180'd on us.
Yeah, like I mean we've been Arquin's teammates in separate MWCs. I mean twice even for me.
Yeah,
And like it's supposed to be like we shouldn't be surprised with Arquin pulling a 180 every single time. Like he's super unpredictable.
like
And
the
that
one
is
thing-
and that is Ledge's problem now. How do you predict someone who is unpredictable?
exactly like the main problem with Arquin is you would want to pick the most odd strategy whatsoever. But the problem is, are you capable enough to play the odds strategy? That's the thing. Because you cannot just say, okay, we're picking this, Arquin should be bad. And then suddenly Arquin is like at the best there. Anyway,
Let's move on from there because we do not really want to spoil a bit more on certain players.
indeed.
And now we have one of the candidates for grand finals.
J1002 versus Volpsy, the Robeats battle. Like, this side of the bracket has been very tough. You have Silicosis, J1, Kura, and Volpsy. Like, you have J1002, who is very well rounded as a player. Vopsi is very well rounded too, but is more known as being one of the more physical, if not the most physical player in the roster. Like, how could you predict this as well? This is gonna be a very good match. Like, I bet it's gonna be one of the highlights of the tournament.
Teka lang, salita ka pa konti bago dumating sa amin kasi may delivery food panda ngayon. Teka lang.
So yeah, so ayan.
Salita ka muna.
So, ang masasabi ko lang, oh my god, I said that in Filipino. Oh well, I think narinig naman yun. We do have something to take note of. If you're in the loser's bracket and you win a match, you will have to play another one. And if you lose there, you're out. But if you're in the winner's bracket, you are 100% safe. Even if you lose, you're still in the tournament. Oh my god, I stuttered there. But you please win your matches. This is gonna be a very unpredictable side for 4K. And overall, it's a really nice sight to see. And there's just like something to take note of is everyone in that roster has improved by a mile. Like, I'm very surprised and impressed to see MWC level play from each and every one of the players. That is something I'm very proud of. Something I'm always saying these players are good enough for MWC. Like, I am always in my heart, everyone in this roster will definitely have a shot on the big stage at one point in time. So there you have it. That's for the 4K division. We will just be waiting for something we're still preparing some stuff for 7K. But for the meantime, yes, Philippines is ascending. I do personally hope to see as the person who's gonna make the tryouts for this year. I do hope to see everyone perform at their best. I do hope to see everyone having a fun time in this tournament so far. The map pools may be harder, it might be more challenging, and it doesn't mean that the players are gonna be bad. Because I know every single one of these players are ready to shine. So I think we should be ready for 7K? Is Surf2 here yet? We're waiting for main commentator and 7K as of the moment. Though, for now, I don't think we should go to the brackets yet, but it's really gonna be spicy. I like how the streamer is very slowly moving it. Yeah, keep on going very slowly. Ah, there we go. So personally, these matches are just wow. What are these matches? Oh my goodness. So we here in the losers bracket, we have Black Points and Homura, Yuki Nameng, GTX CZE, Sunny, Siam, and Z. Let's go lower. I kind of wanted to give my thoughts on everything for now. Black Points and Homura are they're two very talented players. Same with Yuki Nameng, GTX, Sunny, Simons, and there's another one at the bottom. Who is it? There we go. GS Teo and Virex. So we're seeing some new names in the tournament scene here. Like example, Simons, GS Teo, Virex. Those three names are they're not names that you usually hear from the community side, but they've proven that they're definitely capable enough to make it to the semifinal stage. Giesteo being one of the bigger surprises here, at least for me, considering that it's really they've had a difficult bracket facing Fur first, and then they had to face Arquin. Well, now here we go, GSTO and VRX, and whoever wins that match is gonna be facing the winner of Sunny versus Simons. We all know who Sunny is, like literally one of the best 7K players in that country. And Simons is definitely not someone who you would want to sleep on. Like, they can definitely put up a fight here. And on the other side of the losers bracket, you have Yuki Nameng and GTX CZE. Woo! Yuki Nameng is like one of the best. They got one of the best scores in the qualifiers all around. Same goes with GTX. GTX will be having a tough time here. Actually, same with Simons and Homura for that side, but I'm really expecting all of them to put up a very big fight. Lock Points and Homura, like, this is interesting as well. You have Lock Points, who's, I think, a very prominent name since a very long time, and Homura just, wow, beating Fur in a tiebreaker, similar to GSTO. Oh my goodness. They're all definitely feeling the hype right now. Like, I bet these players can do their best, score some points maybe, and then if do not like if they ever somehow take the opportunity, they will definitely take it. And I guess we have the winners bracket.
Okay, did I miss anything?
I just discussed the losers bracket match, Surf.
Okay, so kakarating ko lang. May napaputanda kasi si Mama. But anyways, winners bracket. Let's not talk about the bottom match. Let's go for Arquin versus Berry first. How do you call this match? Because similar to 4K, Arquin is like still one of the most unpredictable players. But like Berry, like that 6-0 there in the quarterfinals match, which unfortunately was not streamed. It's a legit 6-0. Like, Sunny had some issues. Like, apparently they were distracted, like, because like they weren't, because like somebody was talking to them like mid match and like not able to concentrate that much, which is unfortunate. But it's still like, but like for a match that had every single chart have 980,000 plus points every single play. Like both of these players set 980,000 scores for basically every pick.
I'd also like to add that Arkin Oliveros has not lost a single point in this tournament.
Yeah, that's one.
For 7K. Like Perry did lose a point against Teo, I recall, in the SV, but Arquin, 0 points lost. Up to semifinals. Like, that's a definitely in the history books for PH tournaments.
But like I'm going to be impressed if Arquin like maintains that 0 points lost record, because like this part, especially with that opponent of that very 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 high caliber, that 0 will probably be going out after the semifinals weekend.
Definitely.
Like that's the main prediction I have. But in terms of like an overall winner, it really depends if both players are going to be showing up in their peak forms immediately during the match. And I'm super excited to see. Now let's go to the other match. Now this is one of the most interesting matches we have. Bodley versus Cora. A matchup that you'd initially think would be only on a 4K tournament before, but this is 7K, and you have Bodley. Like, in the grand scheme of things, Bodley is like super recent in 7K compared to like a lot of the experienced like super ET players who PHS. Like Bodley is a prodigy.
Oh, I agree there.
Like, he's undeniably a prodigy. One of the best players in the entire world.
Like,
At that, like,
you could argue that Boji is like, despite being more of a 4K player, like What can you do? How can you even match that?
Like, he's made history in his own way. And then we have Korra here, which honestly, I kind of want him to like take this match like super seriously now, because like he's at it's like Korra is actually showing up in the match. It's like like literal na few seconds na lang magde-default na because like last minute practice. But like this match is like something I want Korra to take super seriously, because like he's if there's anyone capable of taking down Boji this at this part of the tournament, Korra is one of them.
Oh yeah, Kura. Like
And
I think they'll definitely be able to hold on the
yeah,
in
it's going to be a clash there at that match, and I'm all for it to see.
Honestly, all the matches here are a clash.
Nothing, it doesn't get easy from this point forward. And again, similar to 4K, we have the winners from the first losers bracket matches facing each other immediately or the day after. So we could have Lack Points versus Yukina Meng, Lack Points versus GTX, or Homer versus Yukina Meng, Homer versus GTX. All, and then we have Sunny versus Teo, or Sunny versus VRX, Sai MZ versus Teo, or Simon versus VRX. Like all of those are interesting matches in their own right, but like personal biases would lead me thinking a certain player will be sweeping their way until the losers bracket finals from this point forward. But still, like the PH nationals, like getting through is never easy. And the further you go in the tournament, it will never get easy. It will just get harder and harder. And on that note, I think it's time for us to close out the stream. May ano pa ba? May pahabol pa ba sabihin?
Well, I just hope everyone takes their matches seriously from now on. This will like, especially ako more on the 4K side kasi ako eh. Just please take them seriously. We really need to see your wonderful scores. Because something's coming up on the line, and I'm pretty sure you are all aware what that is.
I mean, at least in 4K, kasi alanganin yung 7K. Like, there are rumors, but medyo alanganin pa yung sitwasyon, and we cannot really say if it's going to happen, but I'm happy that the 7K scene is starting to come to life again.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we're one of the first one. We're one. Is our country like one of the last countries where 7K is still alive?
I mean, aside from Korea, I guess, or China, or Japan, or Brazil, or US, PH. And there's a reason why Osamania was a PH dominated game mode before the Koreans came in. And it's because of the 7K prowess of the Filipinos. And we are seeing a few of those names in this very tournament. And on that note, in behalf, okay, actually before that spiel, schedules, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to release them tonight, because like the reason why I was gone for half the showcase was like me working on the schedules, making sure that everything is good to go. So, on that note, in behalf of the OSA Philippines National Osmania staff, I am Sergio85, alongside with me, the commentary booth, Emily, and Arcat, who is currently deafened. So I'm deafened on voice chat, so we cannot really poke him right now. And in behalf of Lenpai, who had to leave the call earlier, I hope you guys take take this take this reckoning to a higher level. This is the OSA Philippines National Osmania 4K 7K Tournament 2021. Signing out.